when you go into a relationship that's going to develop into a transaction, if you are in desperation of the money, or you're already counting the money before it's happening, people can sense that and feel that. And then you're not selling the property that they should be in. You're selling it because you're putting a little bit more pressure on them. And I rather go show somebody 10 properties and have them be extremely happy than force the second property we saw on somebody and say, you're not going to have a better option than this.
If you can't write a contract on the back of your car on a Saturday night, then you don't know enough. All you have to do is show up. Just show up and you can succeed. Let's get to the point.
Our Rookie of the Year for Keller Williams Emerald Coast, and the Regional Rookie of the Year for the Gulf States region, Travis Mattair.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Hey, okay, so our Rookies of the Year have always, they have big goals and they aspire and they've had tremendous futures. Why do you think you were the Rookie of the Year last year in your first full year in real estate? What was it?
Well, it wasn't my goal going in. I wanted to make an innocent living for my family. And when I sat down with my coach, Mark Simpson, I said, I want to make $50,000. That was my goal, because I was working as a paraeducator and making $20,000 a year. And I said, if I can double that, I'd be really happy with that. And I had some good fortune and some awesome clients that gave me the opportunity to work for them. And that really gave me traction, and it started taking off a little bit. And then Mark told me there's a thing called Rookie of the Year. And I'm a very goal-driven person. And when he told me that, I basically said, what do I have to do to get that? Yeah. And just put my nose to the drawing board and kept trying to build my database and gain traction. And I was really, really excited to win that award this year. It was very humbling for me.
Very competitive award. People often verbally challenge each other over that award in the past year. So it's been highly coveted by the people in our office. Okay, let's back up though. Tell us a little bit about your background. You mentioned teaching and of course the baseball thing, which you haven't mentioned. Talk about that.
Yeah, so in 2007, I was drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies in the second round of the Major League Baseball draft, and that was what I was going to do. There's no plan B when you get into baseball. That's what you're all in, what you eat, breathe, sleep, and it's baseball. And in 2015, I was released by the Atlanta Braves, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I ventured off on a few different things. I owned a baseball academy called Unlimited Training Academy in Pensacola, and did that for a bit. Then the Gulf Breeze baseball job came open, and that was the only high school that I was going to coach at. I had several of those boys play for me at my academy, and so I said, this is the high school that I would go to. And I didn't think the job would come open, and it did. So I took that. The principal there, Danny Brothers, said, hey, we'd really like you in the school if you're going to take this job. So I transitioned into that. So I was working with the special needs kids at the high school. I had an awesome lead teacher, Sherry Hobbs, who mentored me through a lot of things. And then she became a client of mine in real estate as well. But I then got married and said, I have to make a living for my wife and son. And so that's where I transitioned into the real estate world. And it's been life-changing for me, not just financially, but the relationships I've built, the lifestyle of getting to take my son to school every day, and all of that has just been, it's amazing. It's an amazing transition that it's been in the last year.
Okay. So I've got to back up. Where all did you play baseball? Everyone's going to want to know this. So you started with the Philadelphia Phillies. Where all did you go?
I was in rookie ball. Well, I graduated high school. It was June 2nd that year in 2007. I was drafted on June 7th, and I was in Clearwater, Florida in the rookie ball on June 14th. And so in 12 days, my life got completely flipped upside down. I didn't know how to do laundry. I didn't know how to do anything at that point. 3,000 miles away from my family because I'm from Washington State. And so, I went from Clearwater. I played in rookie ball there up to New Jersey. Then I lived in California and played there.
For who?
That was with the Bakersfield Blaze. In New Jersey, I was with the Lakewood Blue Claws for 2 years. I went back to Clearwater, Florida with the High, with the Phillies, with the Clearwater Threshers. Then I was Rule 5 drafted to the Reds, and that's when I came to Pensacola and played for the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. So in the meantime, I lived in Houston. I trained there, of course, back home in Washington. So I've lived all over the country and played those leagues expand out all over the East. So
what position?
Third base. Third base, most
okay.
of it. My feet slowed down a little bit, and they put me over at first base. And I was honored to win Player of the Decade for the Pensacola Blue Wahoos as a first baseman with the Wahoos. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now everyone thinks that your success in real estate is because of you were a famous baseball player. True or false?
Well, famous is a stretch when you say about my career. But I've only sold one property to a teammate of mine, Zach Vincey. Zach, shout out to you and Jordan. You guys are awesome. It was up in Pace, and it was a modest home. It's a beautiful home, but that's my only transaction I've had with a teammate. So it's not just because of my baseball career.
All right. So you learned how to do laundry. You got married. That's funny. And then your financial thermostat as an individual was apparently 20 or 30,000, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So now your financial thermostat turned up. So you wanted to become Rookie of the Year. What did you do?
I worked my tail off. I'll tell you that. I was told early on, you will get out of this what you put in. And I'm a very goal-driven person. And so my strategy was I wanted to get an advantage and take an advantage somehow. There's a lot of real estate agents out here. Mm-hmm. And so my thought was I'm going to get up and start my day earlier than anyone else. So my alarm set at 3:45 every single morning. And so I am working by about 4:45 after I feed the dogs and my bearded dragon and all of that stuff at the house and before my son and wife wake up. But that's how, in my mind, I get an advantage. I get to take care of emails that were sent late at night. I feel like I'm the first one to see a new listing that was listed the previous night. And so that's really was my thought process on how I got an advantage. And is it? I don't know. But in my mind, it was. So I really kept on that. And I was able to figure out a way to turn conversations into a real estate conversation. And it was difficult at first, but then I realized it was easier than what I was making it out to be. Everyone knows somebody that is in need of real estate of some sort. If it's going to be in the next year, 5 years, somebody along the way knows somebody that is going through that. And so I was able to start transitioning conversations into real estate conversations, and that's where the traction began.
I think that's perfect. National Association of Realtors stats, I don't know when I heard this, was everyone knows 2 people that are going to buy or sell real estate in the next 6 to 12 months. So anyway, let's go to this. So what did you end up doing your first year?
I sold 8.7 million.
Number of transactions?
Was 14.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. And your financial thermostat dramatically changed.
Yeah.
And your big why is your family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So you get up at 3:45. Like, who does that?
I want to be the 1%. I don't want to join everyone else in exactly what they're doing. You got to kind of write your own script on how you're going to go about it. And that was the path I took, and it seemed to work for me so far.
So you didn't get into real estate to get up late, do whatever you want.
No. My family means the world to me, and my wife Tiger and son Kai. that is the reason why I do what I do, and I put the work in that I do, just so he can have. He's into rodeo right now, and he's talking about getting a horse and getting on land and all of that. And so we got to really put our work and our hours to good use so that can all come true.
There you go. So, all right. So now you, a little earlier, you and Mark were talking about this year and your goals.
Yeah, the goals this year was 15 million is what I wanted to do, and I've been very fortunate. And I definitely didn't come out here to boast or anything like that, but I'm very confident that I'm going to pass that. I have 7.4 million pending right now. I've already done 4.1, so that'll put me over 11, and I'm gaining more and more traction, and it's an addiction now. If you're going to be addicted to something, it might as well be working hard and building relationships. And so it's a very healthy addiction, but I love it. I truly do love what I do, and getting to build relationships with people from all over the country and hopefully stretching out to the world. One of these days, that's a goal of mine, having people in different countries as well. But just getting to hear their stories and their big why. And so their big why can turn into my why. And then it's in harmony that we get transactions done.
So how did you become a pro at real estate, or how did you become proficient at all of what it takes for real estate in your first year?
Well, I feel like real estate agents kind of have a cloud over them as being just money hungry people that I feel like that's what the outside world kind of views real estate agents at
used
times.
Car salesman,
yeah,
similar to that.
Exactly.
That's what everyone always says.
Yeah, and it's so much more than a paycheck. If the golden rule, treat people how you want to be treated, comes into effect. And if you just treat people the right way and they know you have their best interests in mind, they're going to come to you. They're going to refer other people to you. And so that's the strategy. Just be an easy, normal person to talk to. And I can have a conversation with the wall over there if I wanted to. But I really just treat people how I would want to be treated in a transaction. I want somebody that has my best interest in mind and gets transactions done how they're supposed to be, and not beat around the bush when it comes to different aspects of it.
Yeah. So what I hear you saying is it's not about the money. It's about the relationships and doing a great job. And then
For sure.
For you, it's what the money can do for you and your family, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it comes across to your clients however you feel, and with regard to that. So that's very interesting, and I think it's very consistent with our past Rookies of the Year. They all put their clients in front of them and their needs, and it turns out to be they do a wonderful job, get a lot of referrals, and their career's been amazing.
Yeah, I feel when you go into a relationship that's going to develop into a transaction, if you are in desperation of the money, or you're already counting the money before it's happening, people can sense that and feel that, and then you're not selling the property that they should be in. You're selling it because you're putting a little bit more pressure on them. And I rather go show somebody 10 properties and have them be extremely happy than force the second property we saw on somebody and say, you're not going to have a better option than this, when in all reality, another property is going to become available for them to get, and their happiness. And that's really where traction begins, is when your clients are happy. And I just want everyone that works with me to have a good experience and a smooth transaction and get in the property that they want, or sell the property at the timeline that they want.
Nice. So we were at the award ceremony, and it was over, and you had won the Rookie of the Year award for our franchise. And I was sitting at the table, and you come over and you said something to me that I still remember, and it was, I realized I joined a good company with Keller Williams, but I never realized how good it really was until today at the award ceremony. What did you mean by that?
Keller Williams is an incredible company. It really is. And the care, the love, the hard work that goes unseen. You have people behind the scenes that are writing paychecks. They're getting DAs in line. There's so much that goes on. And to be able to just feel and sense the love that everybody has for each other and everyone wanting everyone to succeed in this business, it was like nothing else. And it truly made me appreciate Keller Williams even more, and especially the Emerald Coast, just because it really is that way. It is a family atmosphere. Everyone wants everyone to be successful, and it's just an incredible team to be on.
Yeah, it was so nice to hear you say that, because that is our intent. Our mission statement is to deliver careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that create a life worth living, and that's what you're doing all the way around. All right, so what's next for you?
I just want to keep going. I have a lot of goals that I want to attain. I'm very, very goal driven, and so when you attain a goal, hey, let's take the next step. Let's see how far you can take this thing. And but again, the more people you get in front of and the more relationships you make, the better this business is going to be and this career is going to be. So just continually building relationships and treating people the right way, and things should turn out the way they should.
Yes, so you've baseball, teacher, coach, now real estate. In real estate, your future is all you can dream of. The income is all you can dream of. And the amount of people you can help is probably more than anywhere else, right?
It's very true. The impact you can have on people, and that's what life is about, is impacting people's lives. And so I'm still coaching at Gulf Breeze High School. I'm still the baseball coach there, and we're having a very successful season right now. And I want to have different aspects and different avenues to impact people's lives. And so that's why I still coach as well as my real estate.
And your wife is a volleyball coach?
Basketball
coach.
Yeah. And I was her assistant this last year, and I
are
will
you?
this next year. Well, if she lets me come back, I will be her assistant. We didn't know how that was going to go.
Yeah.
But it turned out awesome. We had a great season. So, yep, she's still the coach and an adaptive PE coach as well. That's accurate. It's easy to say I'm all of that after a good day.
Oh, yeah. In 2000, Moran talks about this all the time. Him and I have been together for at least 15 years. He said, yeah, we all thought we were in 2005 and 6, a lot like this. We all thought we were going to be multimillionaires. Life was going to be good forever. And then 2007, 8, 9, 10 happened. And we were like, holy cow. We thought we were all that. Like, that's what you were talking about. And we found out what we weren't. Okay. And that was, we didn't have databases. We didn't do the things we should have done when times were good. Whoops, because we thought they'd never end. And they did. What a wake-up call.